Hello, welcome back to my channel. Oops, break sound down. There we go. Sorry about that. Welcome back to Intuitive Insights in Tarot. I'm Scott. Good evening or good morning, wherever you are. I thought Cherie was going to join me, but she's being held up by something. Hope she's okay. Go. Come over here. Hi, Sandy. Always first in the chat. Thank you for being there. Of course, Tug of Light. Hello. How are you guys doing today? This is not my usual time, but I had nothing else to do this morning. And so last night I started thinking, what would be something good to do the cards on today? And then I started looking in the news and I saw this about, oh, turn that down. I saw this letter with the sketch going around of that's supposedly attributed to Donald. And I thought, oh, that would be fun to see what the true origin of that drawing is. But before I get to that reading, uh, wait for some people to show up here. People trickling in. Russ, hey Russ, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you there. Today is 999 portal. That's a good thing to point out. 999 completions. Hello, Susanna Chamberlain. Nice to see you there. Over in Aussie land. I believe so, right, Susan? Did I get that right? And so I'm looking at flights to America in April, around April 7th or 8th. And right now, the flights to Florida, I can get like the cheapest flight is like $1,000, which is like $1,500 less than what I paid last time. I know that there's some other expenses, like if you choose your seat and stuff like that. And then I got to thinking, oh yeah, there were some people keep saying they're hoping I stop over in California on my trip, and I would love to do that. And then I started searching for flights to LA, and they're only like $500 right now. And if I could get somebody in LA to confirm that they would be there to meet me at the airport and maybe give me a sofa to sleep on, and if I could get like some actual bookings for in person for LA, that would be a great stop to do. To I've never been to California except in the airport during a layover, and it would be interesting to see for myself. I learned a lot when I was in America last time, especially when I got out of Florida and I went to Pennsylvania and I got to talk to Middle Americans, what I think of Middle East Coast Americans, and a lot of nice people. I met a lot of nice people. The African American gentleman who was the janitor at the IHOP, who hooked me up with some cannabis. He was a nice guy. I didn't feel any of the racial tension that people talked about. It's funny, there was a guy on the flight home. He was an Australian. He was heading home to Australia, and he complained about how uncomfortable um, he felt there as a white man, and that he felt a lot of aggression from the African Americans that were there. And I'm like, really? Because I had the opposite experience. In fact, I went out of my way to say hello to people of color and immigrants when I would meet them and talk to them and get what their, how they were feeling. And they were always really nice to me. Roger says, "Oh yeah, looking at flights, you're supposed to fly on them. Yeah, well, you got to look to see first." So, anyways, I just want to put this out there that I'm considering stopping over in LA for a night or two. And so, if you're in LA and you'd like to have an in-person reading with me, please email me. I'll put my email in the chat here. I know it's probably you could probably find it, but I'm just going to put my email in the chat right here. Yeah. And let me know if like I said, if I can get a solid confirmation that there'd be somebody there to meet me in LA and hang out with me, then I'll think about booking that flight as soon as I get the money. Uh, and Andy says, you learned how expensive it is. Yeah, I learned that too. April in 2000, they're expecting flooding at some point, aren't they? Well, wherein I don't think you can predict that far ahead, Russ, in LA. Okay, so what do you guys think about this drawing? For one thing, it's really creepy, right? And it's a woman's torso. It's funny. My dad used to love doing these drawings, and he would start off with a couple of wavy lines, and then he would draw in like it would start to look like a naked girl the way he was drawing it, and then it would have the breasts and the the waist area, and you think you go, oh, look, Dad's drawing a sexy girl, and then all of a sudden draws an ear and an ear and an eye and a nose, and it becomes a puppy dog. But that first part of his sketch that looks like a sexy woman's body, a torso, is way better than the one that's supposedly drawn by Donald Trump. So, I mean, that thing is hideous. And then if you read what it says there, and I've got it here, let me see if I can read that to you. I did a screenshot of it, I believe. Yeah. So it's really weird. In the first part, it says voiceover. So what is that supposed to mean? Is this like a transcript from from a communication? Is this supposed to be written? And if you zoom in on the type, it's like broken. It looks like it was done by on a really bad printer that was running out of ink or something. Yeah, it's hard to read, but I blew it up here. That's why I got it like this. So it says voiceover. There must be more to life than having everything. And then it says Donald. Yes, there is, but I won't tell you what it is. Jeffrey. Nor will I, since I also know what it is. We have certain things in common, Jeffrey. That's from Donald. Jeffrey. Yes, we do. Come come to think of it, then Donald. Enigmas never age. Have you noticed that? And Jeffrey. As a matter of fact, it was clear to me the first time I saw you, suggesting that he saw Donald doing something enigmatic. A pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret. Now, this a pal is a wonderful thing. I remember hearing rumors that he had said that. But before I get into what the cards say, and what, like I said, I'm going to do this supposed document, right? Uh, what was its origins? And before I do that, as I shuffle the cards, get them ready, I want to know what you guys think. Is this another Russia, Russia, Russia thing? Which it's funny at the time. I remember it just seemed too good to be true. I didn't believe it at the time, and not that I'm at that time I wasn't even really interested in Donald Trump or politics at all. I'd given up on politics after the election in 2000 because we haven't had a democratically elected or truly, fairly chosen president in the United States probably since Reagan. They've all been selected by the cabal. Uh, but a pal is a wonderful thing. You guys remember hearing about that? Okay, so the simple question is, what is the origin of this letter? Come back to the chat. Oh, that's a great suggestion, Tug of Light. And I was going to ask you guys to do that here now live. So if you go to your search engine, whatever it is you use, and you type in um, Gematria calculator, and Tug of Light says put the first take the caps and enter. Okay, so if we put the caps in, who wants to do this for me out there? So let's do the first line. How many or let's see, what are the capital letters? Well, there's the Y. You count the I? I guess so, since capital. TYINIW, another Y, E, A, another I, another A, H, B. Who wants to do that out there? Okay, so we're going to count the I's, the pronouns I. So there's a T, a Y, an I, an N, two more I's, a W, a J, a Y, an E, an A, an I, an A, an H, and a B. Okay, so while I'm doing the reading on this, somebody put in those capital letters in gematria and tell us what you get. Hello, Michelle. Let me shuffle these cards. All right. And before I draw cards, when I'm doing a reading on some of these bigger things like this, just so you know, the emperor always represents Donald Trump. Okay. So if we get an emperor pretty much anywhere in this spread, that's going to be Donald Trump in one way or another. It may be there to exonerate him, depending on what cards come up next to him, or it may be there to condemn him. Oh, and here's the other thing. We also have to say, there you go. Michelle typed them into the chat there. We also have to say which Donald Trump, right? So how do we go about that? When do we think he was switched out? Do Was he ever like the bad guy? And then they replaced him with a good version of film, or what do you think? So let's keep it simple. What's the origin of this letter? And immediately following this, if you guys have any questions for the cards, I'll be here to do them. Oh, and I'm doing a another. Oh gosh, time's flying. I'm going to do another members only after this. But I'm going to ask you guys for some help if you could do it. Um, because last Sunday I didn't monetize that show, and that was about letting people know about the benefits of ASEA. Um, it's going to earn $0. So if you guys could throw in a super chat with a question at the end of this, that would be great. I'd really appreciate it. Things have been a little bit slow for me right now, and I depend on this payout from my YouTube channel. It's only about $150 is my goal, because that pays my rent. Yeah, I always stick with the simple gematria though, so I'm curious what it says in simple gematria. All right, here we go. I'm gonna get to the reading now. Oh, bring my cards up so you can see them. All right, keep it simple. This letter, what's its authenticity? Where did it come from? Who created it? Who drew that disturbing image of the woman's torso? Okay, got the cards where you can see them. Make it a little bit bigger. Okay, remember, Emperor is Donald. Oh, King of King of Pentacles. Hmm. Ten of Swords. The Hermit. Another 10. Cups. Mm-hmm. Are you guys getting what I'm getting from this? Ten of Swords is an ending, trying to take something down, silence it, kill it, and kill what? A king of some sort, and a king who is a businessman. All right. So I'm thinking that hmm, hermit. So somebody like directed it to be created as a tool to put an end to Donald Trump's authority. Okay, get some clarification here. Yep, this was a plan that they had put into motion. They wanted to tug at the emotions of the American people. They wanted to tap into that. and the intention of it was to punish Donald Trump. Okay. This 10 of cups in this position is telling, because this is when a lot of times this card means like a lie we tell in order to fool people into thinking that something is not what it is. All right. So the origins of it was somebody was ordered to do it, or guy it was it may have been they may have been using a looking glass technology, and this is like one of the ways that they saw that they could take down Donald Trump. Is it going to be successful? Let's see if what's going to be the outcome from this letter. Is it going to go anywhere? 10 of Pentacles, another 10, and then a Chariot. Confidence. And so it looks like people are going to rally around Donald Trump, because they're going to see that this is not real, and or they're going to find out the truth behind it, and this is only going to give more momentum to Donald Trump's popularity, actually, with this Chariot. Okay, so that's what I think. And before, I want to see what you guys have to say. The world is waking up. That's a good one. And that goes along with these two cards, Michelle. The world is waking up. This is the world. And this is gaining confidence, getting confidence, or, yeah, like being able to move forward. What did you get anything else? My fellow Americans over the course. That's a quote from a speech. Like, who said that? Prayers for my one daughter-in-law, youngest brother, got hit by a train and in surgery tonight. Prayers. Sorry to hear that, Anne. We'll send our prayers. Your daughter-in-law's youngest brother, hit by a train. That's awful. Oh, Tuggalite says English in simple gematria is assassin. I don't think I can say that word here. 160, 34, and then that word. What might happen September 23rd? Mojo's Mama, September 23rd, 2025. What's going on that date? Before I go on to that, Mojo's Mama, um, see if there's any other angles we can go on this. So, yeah, the intention of this letter was to slow down Donald Trump's progress and possibly to punish him. But I think just like with the laptop and the Russia collusion, that eventually the truth is going to come out, and it's just going to strengthen him. Okay. Any other questions on this topic of the letter? So Anne says her spouse passed away August 9th, and today is September 9th. And yeah, I'm sorry about that. That's a very short time that that happened, and she's not starting to not like nines. Um, it's interesting that you say that about nines because the number nine is also linked to the moon, and the moon is about cycles and the waning and waxing and waning. Thank you, Anne. But I'm going to keep this short. Um, oh, JoJo's mama, thank you very much. That's going to help a lot. And let me see, Mojo's mom, you had a question? Question, what might happen September 23rd? Okay. So, what's the significance of that date, may I ask? Get back on. Where is it? Hmm, give me a minute. I'm getting my screen back up. What happened? I can't see my cards again. We're still on, right? Just having trouble seeing my own video feed here. Okay, Russ. Sure. Ah, okay, got it. All right. Yeah, so for some reason right now I can't see my cards. I mean, I can't see my own Zoom feed. That's because I think I got this. All right, never mind. Doesn't matter. You guys can see. That's all that matters. Okay. First, I'm going to do Mojo's mom on this date, September 23rd. Let's see what the significance of that is. Then I'll get to Russ's question about carcinoma. You have carcinomosaurs in your head. Instant coffee or flavored creamer. Yeah, I stopped using flavored, well, the creamer, like what's it called? The Coffee Mate. I stopped using that a long time ago when I saw what was in it. I just put a little touch of milk in my coffee. And I definitely do not like instant coffee, but that's just me. Okay. So, just weird that I can't see my cards now. Can't see my camera. It's because I scheduled this other. I have another thing scheduled and it's interfering with the time. I think that's what happened. Okay. Doesn't matter. I can look at my video feed here. See, I can't change the angle now on my above camera. Okay. This is for Mojo's mom. September 23rd. 9. There's another 9. 9 of Pentacles. King of Swords. Ace of Swords. 4 of Wands. Chariot. Moon. Hmm. 4 of Swords. Some truth that's been hidden from you is going to come to light. You're going to receive some information, either a phone call or a text or something like that, possibly regarding a person. And it looks like it's going to be good news, Mojo's mom. So are you waiting for to hear some kind of news on something? Could be regarding money, something like an investment or or an inheritance. Could be about something like that. Something to do with a bank or a judgment of some sort, like from the courts. If you have something going on with the courts, you're going to win that because like some truth is going to come out that's going to exonerate you. Or if it's something like something going on in your social life, there's possibly some truth coming out there, Mojo's mom. What could this be about? Um, the kings could represent fathers. Okay. So while I'm waiting to hear back from Mojo's mom, show me what might happen in September. What might happen? So if I take that, yeah, some kind of truth coming to light. All right. Something about a leader or a judge or a leader in the community, like a mayor or something like that. Some truth coming out about somebody important. The date just keeps coming to mind. Okay. So this could be something maybe on a grander scale, like for humanity, or it could be very personal to you. Okay. That there's going to be some kind of enlightenment, some kind of truth. You're going to learn some information that's been hidden from you for a long time. And this is going to give you some kind of confidence. Okay. So please come back and tell us what this is all about, why this date keeps coming to mind. Looks, and I don't think this is going to be for the collective. I think it's for you, that 9 of Pentacles, or yeah, 9 of Pentacles. That's very personal and that's specifically about you. So around that date, look for some type of truth to be coming out that's been hidden from you. Okay. Now, Russ, this is for the carcinoma sores on your head. Do they have any relation to instant coffee or flavored creamer? Okay, so each of those are liquids. So those will be represented by cups. And then there are some things that could be representing the carcinoma. So I can tell you, I'll be able to tell you, I think, with pretty much a surety if it was caused by these drinks. And I really miss having Cherie here. She's usually on the spots, and I haven't heard from her. Let me check my messages real quick, see if I've heard from her. And her health isn't real great, so I'm concerned about her when she doesn't show up like this. All right. I know my screen is being taken up by the cards, but I can't change it right now because I'm not able to access that. I don't think it was I don't think it was a result of the coffee. Russ, I don't think it was a result of drinking the coffee. Um, Cycles. Thank you, Tug of Light. I appreciate that. Russ says I've cleaned for heavy metals. I've turned my body alkaline turned it for 6 weeks. I've tried ivermectin, but still these sores are there. Try this, Russ. Try this stuff. Then renew 28, and this one would probably be better. Um, it can't hurt. Try it. In fact, I want to do this real quick. Oh, I can't. This is weird. I cannot control my zooming. I can't open it. So that means I can't share my screen. I can't do anything with it. But looking at your cards here, Russ, this Six of Cups means that the coffee and the creamer were not hurting you. Okay. In fact, I would say this is signaling. So where is it coming from? The the Wheel of Fortune. See, with these two cards, the Death and the Wheel of Fortune, this tells me that this is more of just like a genetic thing. Um, it's a nat it's a naturally occurring process. I don't think it was caused by anything. I think this was in your genetic profile. And let me pull a couple. Yeah, with the World and the Four of Pentacles. And I would say that this is not going to shorten your lifespan. It's not going to, you know, have a major effect on you that way. In other words, it's something that is curable, something that can be taken care of. Um, but I would recommend the Renew 28. And this really sucks that I can't share my screen because I want to do something. All right, anyways, flavored creamer. All right. So, Russ, you have any follow-ups? Or see, Russ, aren't you? Let me see, Russ. No, you're not. All right, guys. Well, I'm really frustrated because I can't adjust my camera and I can't share my screen, so I'm going to end this. Russ, I don't think you have to worry about changing what you drink for in your coffee or with your coffee or the kind of coffee. All right. So, gosh, I can't even. Um, I think this is something that's just a normal process or a normal, well, maybe not normal because people aren't supposed to be getting cancer at all, but it's more to do with your body's rhythm cycles, right? And genetic. It doesn't affect your energy. So, like I said, Russ, I think you should try the Renew 28. I used to have these black spot under my eye right here. I don't know if you can see. And I started putting the Renew 28 and it cleared it up for the most part. All right, guys, thanks for being here. Sorry about the camera being messed up, but I'm gonna go open up a members only. And if you want to come over there and hang out with me for a little while, maybe help me figure out how to file for my Social Security benefits. That's what I'm going to take a look at. All right. Bye, everybody. Um, so, yeah, that letter, as you can all, guess, was just another attempt to take down Trump. And the truth is going to come out just like it did with the laptop and the Russia collusion. That's what it looks like to me. We'll have to wait and see. Uh, Russ, hit me up next time I'm on, and we'll dig deeper into this if you have any more questions. All right. See you guys. And I'm going to start up the members only here in just a minute.